because our light upon light paradigm advocates for an ecosystemic approach, we do every single intervention program under the light upon light paradigm in a way that orients the ability to provide every single type of service and delivery system needed to combat hate and extremism in a holistic manner. You won't see organizations like ICES simply attach themselves to one ideological argument. They're going to show their actions and their activities in the field. They're going to show little clips of their kindness to the orphan, of their kindness to the poor. And they're going to make that powerful argument because they're going to embed it in action, in excitement, in ways that tap into what is released in a mind when it sees high-level production quality on top of the violence that we're drawn, for example, to go see in movies. And so everything that a true organization that's dedicated to combating violent extremism needs to become is a movement. It needs to look at the holistic nature of effective extremist movements. It needs to look at the holistic nature of effective nonviolent movements. Take, for example, the case of Gandhi. Gandhi as an archetype stands out in our mindset as a person who adopted nonviolent resistance, but he sets forth something inside of us that seems to portray this nonviolent resistance in an exciting, almost passionate way that is equal to the type of excitement you can see in a war zone, for example, where ISIS is fighting against all of the great countries of the world. That's the same narrative that Gandhi essentially adopted with regard to his efforts to end the effects of British imperialism and colonialism. So Light Upon Light is a movement that's based upon creative pacifism, which is essentially sort of nonviolent resistance. But you can't just tell individuals that they're wrong. You can't tell the British Empire that imperialism is wrong, and you have to show the British Empire an alternative. And that was the distinguishing characteristic between Gandhi and the rest, was that he didn't just give those individuals that he pulled into his movement an ability to resist or reject something. He gave them an ability to resist and reject something on principle, to adopt something that was built on axiomatic principles that were superior, and then to give them an avenue toward combating darkness, not with darkness, but with light. And so we're looking for an enlightenment that is built off of our light upon light paradigm. In order to do that, we have to not just tell individuals that they need, quote unquote, de-radicalized, that there's something wrong with them, that they need change, but we need to create a culture, a community, a movement, and a message that is built around the right message, the right means, the right and the right messengers, so that they have something they can believe in that gives them the same significance, importance, and meaning that extremist organizations offer their adherents. So our Save campaign, Save Hate, Society Against Violent Extremism and Hate, is our ability to utilize our helpline, to utilize the efforts that we do under the broader Light Upon Light paradigm, to get individuals to invest in the idea that we all have something to do. In this day and age of combating and intersecting hates and extremisms, we all have something that we can do with our free time and with our lives, proactively, that can address the issues that are tearing the fabrics of our societies apart around the Western world. And so, SAVE, Society Against Violent Extremism and Hate, is our efforts to say, listen, we have a 24/7 helpline. You can call us if there's an individual or if there's a community of concern. But that's a deficit-based approach. You're looking for problems. What we want to look for is an asset-based approach. We're looking for solutions. And the only way that you can truly pose solutions to extremist organizations' ideas, or even just get over a period of polarization, is if you can create a system and a mechanism that rivals in size and scope the extremist mechanisms and the extremist systems, so that you have equal power, equal output, and equal ability to say to people that this is a cause that you should believe in. And the thing the extremists are really powerful in doing is saying this is a cause that's so important for you to believe in, you should die for it. You should become a martyr for our cause. We don't want people going out and blowing themselves up in the middle of marketplaces. We do want people going out and recognizing that this is something that we all need to address. And so SAVE allows us to facilitate and to coordinate, to put influencers, to put community members together, to use the resources that we have to build that network out so that it rivals in size and scope extremist networks. But so that when you become aware of our organization, You might become aware of an organization and have no knowledge of anyone in your community that is radicalizing. There might not be a need per se that you know on an individual basis, but you may have a genuine interest and agree that this is an area of concern that needs addressing. SAVE allows you to make the same phone call that you would if you were worried about an individual and say, I want to contribute to the cause. And so Society Against Violent Extremism and Hate, the SAVE initiative of the Control-Alt-Delete hate paradigm, allows us to do that. It allows us to put people together into one cluster, into one network, to think about their ideas, to give feedback to their ideas, and then to make their dreams and their ideas and their ambitions with regard to what they want to do to combat the system, to combat extremism, come into reality. And to come into reality under one umbrella, under the light upon light paradigm. That's SAVE, Society Against Violent Extremism and Hate.